Check it out. Listen. I've been all around the world, in and out of clubs, around some very sexy girls, some pretty and petite and even thick, fine girls. And I done had my share of spotting someone special.
Greetings to everybody out there that's in video world. This is BT, and I just wanted to let you know you can hear this brother that I share the split screen with. You can hear this soulful brother's sound across the globe, the US, the UK, Japan. This brother has shared the stage with the likes of Anthony Hamilton, Life Jennings, Mary J. Blige, Gerald Levert, and the list goes on and on. This brother also is 1/3 of the group that he shares with his brother, that he formed with his brothers, called Legit. In 2008, 2009, this brother stepped out on his own, did his thing, blew the socks off of people at the Essence and the Souls and the in the Soul Lounge, and did his thing, and then earned the title of hottest up and coming sensation of the year. Fast forward here to now in 2020, this brother is working on his forthcoming album, I think. Forthcoming album? Working on his fourth album. And you have also heard this brother on many popular hits on radio today. Help me to introduce this brother, this artist, this producer, this writer, and also the CEO of MoHitz Entertainment, my brother Roi Chip Anthony. Greetings, my brother.
Thank you for having me right here, man.
Well, folks, I just am so grateful this brother took the time out, because he just stepped off the stage and doing a concert. So that already kind of leads into what this brother is doing during this time of lockdown, pandemic, Black Lives Matter, protest rallies. My man is doing it and grinding. So, you know, you've been busy, huh?
Gotta stay busy, man. I mean, you know, make people feel good through these times, man. You know, people on the edge right now, so they need that feel-good music today.
Man, we are in a place of, can I say, unrest. You know,
yeah.
people
unrest in uncertain times, you know?
Yes, yeah. So are you starting to hit the road again, or had you been kind of just working on music and in the house? Because I know that you did a I don't know if you call it a home concert, but I know you had been doing some live streaming that's on your YouTube channel. What other things had you been up to during this time?
I mean, the live streaming was basically the only way we could get out there, you know. So I did a couple of live streams. A couple of radio stations have been calling me, reaching out to me, and they was wanting me to do a live, but I didn't want to overdo it. But I did what I can, you know, just to let people. Just make people feel good, because, you know, it was some hard times. It wasn't that, to me, it was easy times, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I think I made a few people feel good, maybe a few live streams. So.
Well, brother, I know you did, because the first time I heard your music, I was like, whoa. I think the first time I was introduced to you, I was listening to, shout out to DJ Walter D. I was listening to Magic. I was listening to his segment that he does on Sunday with Uncle Funky Larry Jones, where the Zaidi Soul, and man, I heard that song. I think I want to say Going Back. I think that was the first time I heard it. I was like, whoa, who is this brother? And so once I did that, immediately went to iTunes, bought that song, and then I saw your discography, and I was like, oh, let me check this out. And I was like, dang, let me check this out. And it was like hit after hit. And I was like, man, this brother's got a great sound. So, man, hats off to you, my brother. And since I mentioned the forthcoming album, is that coming this year? Or are you still in the works with that? Or
yeah, planning on, I mean, I'm not doing full albums no more. I don't think that's the key right now. The game has changed a lot. You know, a lot of times we get our favorite CD, and you might play your favorite 2 or 3 songs. One thing I've been trying to do is, you know, kind of give people, you know, a full album of hits. But, you know, I think 6, 7 songs. EPs are good right now, so I kind of preach that to a lot of people. There's a lot of songs out there we don't need to be wasting, you know. There's a lot of songs on people's old albums. Some of the great albums, you know, that ain't get the light of the day. So I appreciate, you know, give people a little more often, you know what I'm saying? Because it takes, you know, people always choose about 2 or 3 songs off this album, and that they be good with it, you know. You know, it's rare that you get like the Babyface albums and the R. Kelly albums where you went, or the old Keith Sweat albums where you went through about 6, 7 songs that you love. And
right.
You don't even do it no more like that, you know. Exactly. So, you know, I always take my time and, you know, put about like some EPs, man, about 4, you know, 5 to 6 songs. That's what I'm doing now. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what's up. And that's. I mean, I think, like you said, you spoke to that. I think that is the current times of artistry. Artists don't do, you know, over 10 songs. It's just give you a little something to just stay relevant and stay out there and just keep serving up those hits. And I'm just like, man, I saw you were featured on like 3 or 4 songs here recently. And I'm like, man, this brother stays busy. Are all these artists that you're featured on, are they on your record label, or are they just some things that you just, you know, folks reach out to you like, hey man, can you be on my project? Or how does that work?
Well, few of them on my MoHitz label, but the others are just a lot of people. I produce a lot of people. I'm writing, you know, I'm a songwriter and producer, so a lot of people always want the chip sound, and we try to give it to them. And I kind of sing, you know, it's selective on who I collab with, you know, and then doing good stuff with. So I just try to, you know, make good selections on that, you know what I'm saying? But it's because everybody want me to produce them right now, and I'm lucky to you know, to say that, man. So, you know, that's kind of how it's been going.
Yeah, well, you doing your thing, brother, because I mean, I'm starting to hear that ear. So do you play everything?
Yeah, I play everything. I'm master a musician. I mean, you know, piano keys, little guitar and all that stuff. Master engineer and all that stuff. So the sound quality, you know, I believe in good quality. I mean, I think that's the difference that, you know, I'm putting out there. I've always been, I recently produced Keith Sweat latest album. I did 9 songs off the latest album. So, you know, and a lot of other people I've, you know, produced, and I just been working my way like that. I think that's one of the best ways to get into business and always staying relevant, because I mean, you need it for one reason or the other, you dig?
Man, so all right, so let's take it back a little bit. Okay, you've been in the game since the 90s with your brothers doing your group Legit. Let's go back a little bit further to your childhood and, you know, kind of bring us back to 2020 and tell us, you know, how it all started for you.
I mean, we got that typical story. We wanted them. We like the Clark sisters, like the Jackson. We are a church family, you know.
Right. Okay.
Not you know, not so deep in the church, but I mean, our family was like, you know, my brother started. When mom bought the piano, mom and dad bought the piano. That was it. My brother started playing on it, and then, you know, we were 5 siblings, and we all started just doing that. And, you know, he wanted to play for the church at a young age, and I'm, you know, 12, 13. I said, you know what, maybe I'll start playing the drums and stuff like that. And, you know, we all kind of knew how to play keys. So we just kind of started being the choir, you know what I'm saying, in the church. And that carried on. I took over. And then I always did play for various churches. And it went on, you know, while that was all going, he created the group Legit. You know, we had family members, and I became one of the members. And, you know, it was history after that. You know, we just had a lot, you know, it was history after that.
So with the success of Roi Anthony as a solo artist, did you guys, are y'all still performing as a group, or is it just more your solo thing nowadays?
We still performing as a group. I mean, a few years back we had put an album out. We don't do it as often. When the money right, they really want to pay for it. But I do plan out a new album on Legit, because we have an album I say was slept on called New Beginning. About 5, 6 years ago we put the album out, and we're gonna release the album with a few songs. That's what I plan to do. Some phenomenal songs. I mean, we always together, so they got a lot of people that, hey, no matter how big Roi Anthony get, they like seeing the brothers too. You know what I'm saying? If
that's what's up.
You know, so it's cool. So hey, they can get best of both worlds, you dig?
Yeah, and I think the thing that attracted me to your style is the instrumentation, because a lot of artists, you know, I grew up in the music industry, you know, working at record shops, and then I ended up working for, you know, Universal and working for, you know, BMG and some of the labels. And I think I was in that era when, you know, production, P. Diddy's of the world started coming in, doing the samples, and
Yeah.
kind of took over for a season. And then you saw the instrumentation die down, or in my eyes, it seemed like it was dying down. But to me, it seems like there's been a surge within the artists that are coming out now. They're bringing more instrumentation because they can actually play.
Yeah.
And I think that that is so awesome that you play and you implement that into your music, man. Because I know that, and I hate to keep referring back to this song, but it just it brought a good feeling to me when I was listening to Magic, and Larry Jones and Walter D was playing your song, and then I heard that, and I
Yeah.
going back, and I was like, woo! I was like, Lord! And as soon as I heard the music, just the instrumentation, I said, let me check this brother out. I mean, because it was just a thing of, it's far and few between. If you have some brothers out there that's doing their thing, then you got somebody else that's, you know, regurgitating some of the old samples that were funky. And I'm like, we done that already. You know,
Yeah,
give
we
us.
done it. We done it.
And so man, hey, so kudos to you, my brother, and man, keep on bringing those EPs. And you know, I promise I won't keep you on long. I'm just grateful that you were able to, you know, take time out, carve time out, you know, right after your show, because I know usually you have to, after you step off the stage, you got to kind of like get back to your place of zen. So,
Man, pleasure, man.
oh man, so if you could tell us a little bit about your creative process, how it all works for you.
Creative process, man. You know, I mean, of course, being in a comfort zone. I mean, that's why I created a studio. Studios make me feel real comfortable. The MoHitz Factory, but it can come one or two ways. You know, I could be driving. I could, and I hear a melody. I get one of the tape recorders on the phones, record it, or it can start with the music. You know, the music can bring lyrics to you, so you know, brings life to you. So either way, you know, it works for me. I'm all around on it. I mean, if you can write a good song without the music, then music is gonna make it even better. If you can, you know, because good lyrics goes a long way. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it doesn't matter the process. Now I do it all, you know, the best way that it comes. You know what I'm saying? It'll hit me any time of the night, and I might have to record something. You know what I'm saying? The wife might think I'm on the phone. Now I got to record this. You know,
right.
In my head. I contemplating the other day because I had too good. I'm sleeping, and a lot of time I'll be sleeping before I wake up. It'll be, I come up with it, and then I want to get up and go home and do it. But by the time I heard something or TV or then brush my teeth and all that, I forgot about it, man. I'd be mad. I'd be thinking all day, what was that good idea? You know.
Right. Well, that's the beauty of technology now. You know, if you got your phone, you can just hit that memo and just put it in there and just record and save it, and you'd be like, okay, that's what I was trying to do.
Oh, yeah, I got about 200 songs in each one of my phones, just ideas, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's lyrics, or just titles, or, you know, tape recording. So, you know, I love that technology stuff, man.
Well, dang. Well, I know that you had spoke on earlier your collaboration, or you produced Keith Sweat's album. When you talk about collaborations, what's some of the collaborations that you would love to do moving forward in the near future? Some of the ones that you already done, and some that you look forward to doing in the future, if you could collab with anybody.
Well, I feel like right now, man, I mean, you know, working with Sweat now, I also had the chance to work with Teddy Riley. And I'm going to speak on my present, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I did a lot of things in the past. Right. But I mean, I'm going to speak on the present because a lot of people in the past, you know, you thought their careers was over. But I don't, you know, I feel like, hey, they can still soar right now, you know, with the lack of the R&B scene. Some of the guys are just kind of burnt out, I think. You know, they've been on the scene for so long. Not to say that they not creative, but they burnt out. And right. they looking for the new ideas, the new way. So, you know, cats like me, you know, guys like me, you know, that still got a strong love for it, and still ready to bring new ideas to them or bring them back to where they was because
Right.
we were fans.
Yes.
That's what key. That's what keyed in a lot of the cats, see, because I think, even working with Teddy, when you producing and you done it all, you got to tend to want to keep up with the time. Okay.
Right.
You're making this music, you want to keep up with the time, and that's always a good thing. But then if we all keep up with time, we tend to get that old school sound. We tend to forget what they're sampling from.
Right.
So we still need to mix them. And that's why Bruno Mars was able to come and just do what we had done already in the 80s and the 90s. Like, when we feel like, damn, we've been doing that all our life. But, it is what it is. And so sometimes I got to remind them, man, look, this was the sound that people love from you, Keith, Teddy. We ain't always got to move, too much. We ain't got to move too fast with what's going on. We got to do we got to combine both the sounds, but that original sound, as a right and a wrong way to love, the way they would hit. The reason why we know the words till the song cuts off all the way to the end,
till it fades to black.
Yeah, like what I'm saying?
Right.
Every ad lib because every word and everything meant something. And so I think with my career not being what I'm saying so gigantic and being a Grammy winner in my early days, God just keeping me just steady rolling. My passion in still bringing that true R&B is still here today, where a lot of them left it. So it brings it back together when we working with them, because they see a new passion with me in it. I'm hearing both sounds, so when I'm producing, I can pull a little bit here, I can pull a little bit of that, and just make the perfect thing going forward. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I agree.
So that's what it is, man. So I think that's the collabing. That's what I'm getting. So I want to work with all of them. I want to work, with the Mary J's, and I want to work with. I want to see Casey and JoJo, with some new music, as well as a lot of the new artists. Right. I just want a good blend of R&B, period. Because, why do their career have to be over? You have 50-year-old, 60-year-old country singers, you know. Right. Well, they turn a lot of our artists, the Jill Scotts, they trying to turn them into legendary. Yeah, they legendary, but they're not all. They got a lot more to say, Right. So like right now, I could be the new Surge working with all of them, going forward.
Well, I feel you are. Shoot, don't say you can be. Let's just go ahead and claim that now, brother.
No, that's what I want, man. That's what I'm trying to do. So, I'm trying to bring the value back and keep our, to keep the R&B alive, man. Because I don't want to let them kill that. Because that's the true soul. Rhythm and soul is the true essence of music, man. That's where all the rappers get they samples from, and you can't eliminate it. What they gonna do in the future?
I agree, and you know what? And I think that the passion that you're speaking with right now, once you come into contact with these artists of our past, and they hear you talking, I know that you awaken something in them, and I'm like, yeah, you're right, youngster. And so I'm like, yeah, let's do this.
And I think one person that has the vision was Charlie, Uncle Charlie. Uncle Charlie not sitting there trying to live off he could have easily lived off his catalog. Yeah. But what Uncle Charlie did in the last 5 to 6, 7, 8 years,
right?
Uncle Charlie he became the #1 urban R&B artist on a new catalog. And he put so many quality songs out in the last 6, 7 years. And so, when I'm with the Keats and all of them, I'm like, man, y'all can do that. Y'all can do that if y'all really want to push. I know y'all been all around the world and all this stuff, and y'all getting shows on the catalog, but you can add 25,000 to your pay right now.
Right.
Uncle Charlie has just a renewed life.
He reinvents himself constantly, man.
He was the perfect person that reinvented himself, and I just love that, man. I want to really work with Uncle Charlie. I think me and Uncle Charlie can make some classics right now. I'm looking forward to that and connecting those dots. And just keep going forward, man, and just, you know, hey, bringing some of the new artists with us, some of the soulful artists, you know, and just bringing everything together. You dig?
Man, you know what? And I just get excited hearing about that, man. You know what? I had the opportunity of interviewing Bobby Brown maybe like a month ago. Man, could you see yourself working with Bobby Brown?
Bobby and all that, you know what I'm saying? You know, I think one of the difference, I like being from the South, man, and I love that. Hey, this is where I was born and raised.
Right.
And you know, I know if I lived in LA and New York, you know, like the many times I've done, things happen quicker and faster. What I learned out though, you know, that Master P mentality. P is my big bro.
Yes.
And we can make it, man. We don't need the majors. We don't need that handout. We don't need, you know, we do it. We do it ourselves. Yeah. We figure out a thing. A lot of the major artists, past artists that still has a name, don't even know how to go forward because they relied so much on these budgets all the time. They would not even spend none of their own money. Lord, you know. I commend Tyrese. Tyrese, when he started doing this project and he put out the song Stay, and it went big, man. Tyrese invested all his own money.
Right.
We need, y'all made money. Invest, man. I mean, because these people are not going to keep investing in you. They're going to find the newest artists. When your time has passed, now you invest in you and you invest in a couple, you know, young others, you know what I'm saying? But we got that mentality, man, to keep going. That's why the Southern, you know, the Southern soul music down here, this the rap game down in the South, the Zydeco game and all that, people are making, they living good, you know, they making good revenues, man, every year, you know, some 6 digits, and not even worry about no majors and all that. We're just doing it ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We got that mentality. So, you know, a lot of the older artists, man, they would sit on that, you know, they would sit on their ass until they can get a budget. Like,
right. And I've seen it happen. You
still got a name, bro. Like, you know, like just go on and put up 40, 50 grand, a nice little radio run, and you know, you got it. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of them spoil, man. They really don't know what to do once they, you know, get cut off that label. That don't mean your career is over. It's like football and basketball. Just because, you know, hey, you go into another team or, you know, I mean, a lot of the guys, they done, 37, 38, they got to retire. But they're still a fan to me, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's still, you know, you know, I used to think that they were 50. Like, these guys, like, D-Wade, 38?
Yeah, he's young. He's young.
His own career. Yeah. But he's still ball. You go in the park and play basketball with him and see what's going to happen. I commend like the league that Ice Cube started with, you know, so the guys that do retire, they can go. They still want to play.
Exactly.
They still play 6, 7, 8 more years. They still can play.
Right.
So it's something else after, you know. They don't have to be done at 38, 39, you know. You know, so I mean, it's cool, man. You know, they're investing back in themselves. We got to do more of that, man. You know.
That's what's up. I totally agree. So with you being, I'll say you're an old school artist since you were doing things back in the 90s, and now you're still current and relevant in this era. What would you say? Would you say it was easier back then, or do you say it's easier now with social media and all of the platforms? Tell me what your take is on it. Is it easier or better?
It's easier now. It's more exclusive then.
Right.
It was, you know, if you heard me on the radio, that was like getting a damn Grammy back then. I mean, because the only thing social media has done is it took the surprise. It took the process that you don't ever see us go through. Now you can see it every day. You see the process. You see the glamour, how we get it on ourselves and all that, you know, all that. But, you know, before it was just like, you wouldn't hear them from the artist in 6 months and you hear this good songs like, you hear it, then you hear this great song. You don't know what we went through. But it gives it a fair playing. People can choose what they want. We in a world of demand right now, you know, pay, on demand. I mean, movie accounts, we get to watch and do what we want to do. We get to listen to content we want. You still got the majors pushing down, you know, radio station paying, you know, major advertising fees, you know, and marketing fees, you know, play these songs over and over. But guess what? You ain't got to listen to that. You can go listen to Keith Sweat. You can go listen to this rap all day. Or if you don't like none of that, you want to listen to blues, you can go do that all day now.
Exactly.
You know,
Streaming, exactly. Live streaming.
Exactly what you want, and it's gonna have a playlist. You know, you know. So I like it right now because more of us can live off of this. You know what I'm saying? Before it was just like 5 artists from New York, 3 from Cali and whatever, and everybody.
West Coast and the Midwest, everywhere. Exactly.
You had your 10, 15 artists that was the hottest artists in the, you know, urban artists in the world, and that was it. But you got to make
constant rotation. That's it.
Church, you got a star. You got a great man in every community. So it's like, I like it right now. So now we got more competition, but if you really gonna stand out, you know what I'm saying, you got to be a beast with it. So I like it.
Well, I know that they have, you know, if you look you up on iTunes, and people that's watching this video, I encourage you to go through Brother Roi Anthony's discography that he has on iTunes and support the brother. Buy some of that stuff. Not only buy it, stream it, listen to it, you enjoy it. Since I have you here in this interview, I know that they categorize you in the genre of R&B. What do you categorize your music as? I mean, what would you say?
Feel good music. Feel good music,
right?
Feel good backyard music. Yeah, because I mean, right now, you know, I got one foot in the Southern Soul Blues side. I got the other foot always been in R&B. I think it's just grown folk music right now because I'm getting rappers. I don't care whether they can rappers or older R&B guys or whatever. You know, they 38, 39, you know, my age and stuff like that, 40. And that's the grown folk music is all of it. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a feel-good rap song, a line dance song, or, you know, one of them Southern Soul Blues songs, or you know, a straight R&B Uncle Charlie type, it's just grown folk feel-good music. So I think, you know, that's where I just make feel-good music. You know what I'm saying? You know, we step we left to right, so you know what the tempo. Are we Zydeco doing all that stuff? That's what the tempo needs to be. So, you know, it doesn't matter where they got, you know, even Caribbean feels, as long as we just can 2 steps side to side.
I even put one of your songs on a Steppers mix I created. I was like, dang, this is like Steppers music. So I was just like, yo,
it's grown folk, man. And I think, you know, we just need to push. We need to push for that. You know, hopefully we can get more, you know, publications, you know, radio, you know, stations that's really playing us in more current, you know.
After having great dialogue, and I know that you talked about working with some of the younger artists, and you're talking about you having your success and you reaching back and pulling in some of those other artists. I like to call that reach one, teach one. And what would you leave with an artist? Just say if somebody came to you and say, Mr. Anthony, you know, I love and look up to you, and I want to be where you are. What can I do? What would be those nuggets that you would leave for an aspiring artist?
Get started. Get started. Get started and don't stop. Just continue to put out quality over quantity. Put out quality over quantity. So every time we think of you, we think of that good music. And that's going to work in the long run. Even when some of the hottest people you think right now that you want to be like, they fade away and you still rolling. I done seen years, you know, that artist is hot. I'm like, damn, that's how hot I want to be. But guess what? They're gone and forgotten right now. And I'm still rolling. So I'd rather be like that. And I always pray for longevity. I tell them, pray for longevity, y'all, you know, that you're able to do that. So get started and make sure that you listen to the good wisdom of some people that really know what they're doing, you know, and learn the business, you know, just learn the business, you know it in and out. Study, man. You know, the last thing is that be ready to invest a little bit in yourself, because you can't ask nobody for $1 million if you don't want to spend $1.
My gosh. And I think that right there, we can leave it right there, because I know some artists that got the skills and the skill set and all of that, but just like invest in yourself. It's your craft. So
yeah, man, it's your dream, man. I'm gonna help you, but that's yours.
My
Yeah. So, yeah.
Well, my brother, hey, like I said, I am truly grateful that you took this time out, that you carved out this little bit of time right after you stepped off the stage, inspiring,
yeah, man,
making them feel good, to impart some wisdom. So I'm just grateful.
I appreciate it.
And brother, hey, if I can do anything within my wheelhouse, I'm going to try to reach out to, if you did truly want to try to do something with that Bobby Brown camp, a New Edition camp, hey, I would definitely try to connect the dots.
Please do. I got music that I think that'll wake them up.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? I got music.
And I think from just talking in that interview with Mr. Brown, he's got some stuff that he's working on now as a solo artist, and then also with Heads of State, and just all the New Edition, all of the artists and all of the breakout groups that are within the New Edition brand. They got some stuff coming, and hey, they would definitely could use a talented producer, songwriter like yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, like I said, I done rambled enough, but hey, man, I'm truly grateful that you took this time out, and we look forward to the music that you have coming here in the remainder of 2020. Wishing you the best, and I know anybody that watches this video will be inspired, just like I have been, and sitting here with you today, man. So thank you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you,
I appreciate it, man. Thank you for having me, man. Just keep jamming the music, and I thank everybody for supporting me out there, right? Y'all keep supporting me. I got some more good music coming, all right?
Yes, you do. You got it coming. Right. So thank you, sir. You have a blessed rest of the Sunday, and
you too, brother.
We'll stay in touch.
All right, man. Thank you.
Take care.
Check it out. Listen. I've been all around the world, in and out of clubs, around some very sexy girls, some pretty and petite and even thick, fine girls. And I done had my share of spotting someone special. And the wee hours in the night looking just to dance with that girl, waiting for Mr. DJ to play my song. And you know what I see is wrong, and that's how I'm feeling at this grown and sexy moment right